and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Ronan Grace!
Thanks very much, thanks very much. Yeah, Ronan Grace, I'd just like to point off and start by saying I'm actually no relation to Brendan, so don't be expecting miracles. A lot of people you hear them say, you know, that imitation is the highest form of flattery, and I gotta say, I think that's right. No? Okay, alright. I was walking down the street the other day and I saw these two old men having a conversation, and the first guy says to the second guy, he said, I have no feeling in the left side of my body. So the second guy says to the first guy, he goes, that's funny, I have no feeling in the right side of my body. And I thought to myself, it's true what they say, different strokes for different folks. I had a dream last night, and I had a dream last night. I did. I'm about to tell you about it. What? No, it wasn't right. Man, you can have your 5 minutes after, like. But I had a dream, and I dreamt that Jesus wasn't actually wasn't born in Bethlehem. He'd actually been born in Dublin 4, and he was up on the cross, and he said, "You guys are making a really, really big mistake. Do you know who my fucking dad is?" Come to think of it, actually, Jesus Christ is the only man in history who can justifiably whinge about his mobile phone bill. The poor fucker was crucified in Roman charges. Do we have any Americans in tonight? Any Americans? Yeah? I think there's a few fake Americans. I think Americans know better than the comedy gig to say, oh yeah, I am. But I gotta say, I hate when, you know, a lot of Irish people say that Americans are really stupid, and I hate when they say that, unless, like me, they've got a hilarious anecdote to back it up with. Because I used to work in a restaurant in America, in Hawaii actually. I was lucky enough to do a J1 there, and well, that wasn't the joke. I don't think you're laughing at me anyway. When I was getting trained in there, the woman, because it's all about tips, you know, and she told me if I wanted to get more tips, that I should write something at the top of my bill, you know, something kind of cute that the customer would like. So she used to write down mahalo, which was American for thank you. So I said, I'll do exactly the same thing. So there was this pretty gorgeous American girl. I gave her bill, and she called me over. No, she did. You probably noticed I'm actually very handsome. And she called me over and she said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Could you tell me what this says? Go rob meal in math agate?" And I said, no. What's that? Sorry?
She said you're a faggot.
Did she? Yeah. She should probably be a stand-up comedian then, that's so fucking funny. Leave the entertaining to the entertainers, I think. So I said, no, that's not what that says. That says, "Good of meal mortgage," and it's thank you in my native tongue. And she looked at me doe-eyed and she said, "Oh my God, I had no idea Australian was such a beautiful language." Thanks. Yeah, and you're obviously not used to comedy down here in Castlemartyr. It's usually the guy with the microphone that tries to be funny, like. But anyway, I'm a big fan of rugby. Actually, I was lucky enough to go to one of the greatest game of rugby union ever played. This is fucking unbelievable. Sorry. I'm just looking. Sorry. I'm just like, I don't want to use the C word, but it keeps on popping into my head whenever you speak. And if she's trying to ride me, she's gone the wrong way about it as well. Yeah, so I'm probably gay. It's girls like you. Like, never showed it a professional joke teller, like, oh my god, you know, it's our fucking living. Sorry, I'm gonna have to skip one joke so I go down the tongue. I'm from rugby, yeah, that's what I was on, yeah, thanks very much. I can't be keeping up with fucking dealing with her and the rest of you, you know? It's like two separate gigs. But yeah, rugby, love rugby. I was lucky enough to go to the semi-final between New Zealand and France that took place in London, and a lot of people say it's the greatest game of rugby union ever played, and I was lucky enough to be there. And I was sitting in the French section with my dad, and when the national anthems were playing, when the Marseillaise started playing, you know, it's real bombastic, you know, real you know, it's real passionate. And I heard these two New Zealand guys pretty close to me saying, "Oh my God, mate, I think that New Zealand, I think that Petty Black is having a fit." So I kind of followed their gaze all the way around, and I looked, and they were actually looking straight at my dad. When my dad was there, the Marseillaise was blaring, and he was there. No sound whatsoever, just... I said, "Dad, what the fuck are you doing?" And he looks at me, he's totally serious, and he goes, "Are you fucking serious, boy? We're in the French section of the crowd, I don't look like a fucking idiot if we're on TV." Yeah, cheers. So, you seem to like a bit of the blue stuff, so this is my first wanking joke. It'd take, a lot of you might be surprised to take 5 minutes to come, but sorry, I didn't actually mean that. I'm just naturally funny, I guess. But I was walking on the street and I realised that I really wanted to have a wank, okay? And I needed to get some Vaseline. So I went to my local chemist, and when I got there, I kind of lost my nerve. You know, the girl behind the counter was fucking gorgeous, like. So by the time I got up to the counter to pay for the stuff, I was actually weighed down by social camouflage. I was like, Lynx Africa, Grill Cream, Mach 3, nail clippers, nail file, sunglasses, and my sister was looking for a product. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it. It's called petroleum jelly. And she gave me kind of a look of, like, you know, disgust and disdain. She knew exactly what I needed, the Vaseline. And I was pretty embarrassed and I walked out, but I got over it. It wasn't as embarrassing as the time I went into my local 24 Tesco about 3 AM in the morning, and I bought olive oil, condoms, and the biggest cucumber they had in stock. I got the same look off the Polish checkout girl, except she had a little comment for me. She goes, "Another late night salad, faggot." Thanks very much. Thanks for you. You really are a wonderful audience. I've never said that before, but you really are great. Speaking of super good-looking girls that work behind the counter, in my local nightclub, there's this girl, and I swear to God, she's got a perfect arse. It's out of this world. But because of her perfect arse, I've started drinking some pretty unusual cocktails. Like, I'll be at the bar and I'll be like, "Could I have some gin and what's that in the bottom shelf? Tomato juice." "Yeah, gin and tomato juice, perfect. Thanks very much." Because she's got to bend over. Okay, alright. They're not funny when you got to explain them. No. Leave it off, I don't deserve it. Yeah, so I think, I'm not sure how I'm doing for time. Who's on time? Yeah, good? Okay, good. A lot of things, I'll finish off with these few observations, I guess. A lot of things are on TV way too much. Like the news is on TV an awful lot, and it really pisses me off because they kind of sit there, you know, with their fake smiles and their communion haircuts, and they tell you all the bad shit that goes on in the world, and then at the end of it they tell you to enjoy the rest of your day, but as if you can after hearing all that shit, you know? It's like, "Kids are drinking petrol in Mullingar, bombs are going off everywhere, the government says it's not incompetent, that's according to a government spokesman. Enjoy the rest of your evening, here's Colin with the weather." And the new weather is really annoying because they do all these, you know, these foreign forecasts, and for me the foreign forecasts just remind you, you know, those dickheads that are abroad and they send you these fucking emails like, "Hey dude, exclamation mark." That's what makes them dickheads, by the way, the exclamation. "Hey dude, exclamation mark. Weather over here is amazing. Birds are easy, beer is cheap. What are you still doing in Ireland, you fucking cunt?" They should, what they should do is, they should just change the weather and tell you all the fun shit your friends are doing around the world, you know? Like, there'll be a heavy and prolonged spell of drinking in Sydney, Australia today, while a brief period of lucidity will break out in Auckland, New Zealand, as your friend